Hello, welcome back to Into Dust Stuff, where we react to some crazy stuff. Today, we have The Shining Angels and their EP, the Broken Visage Patchwork Edition. I'm not sure why it's Patchwork Edition. Maybe there was a version released before now. I don't know. I've only been recently made aware of this. It seems like it's by the Genius Lyrics page, which there's a hell of a lot on here. That's crazy. Like, looks like there's like 5 albums, and only this is released. That's crazy. Oh, okay. So this looks like it was. I'm gonna come out and say this. I have no idea what the hell this is. This was sent to me by the leader of the band, or the project. It, by the looks of the Genius Lyrics page, it's one person doing like the lyrical conceptual content and the vocal work, with like other people doing instrumentals, which that's kind of a cool idea. I might want to actually do that. That, I don't know. But this is a 5-track EP that runs 27 minutes, which is kind of lengthy for 5 tracks. Like, that's kind of wild. I have no idea what to expect. They said it was heavy, so yeah. Yeah, I guess let's get into it. Yeah, I've never heard of The Shining Angels before, so this could be a cool new experience. Maybe this could be a regular on the channel. I have no idea. So, what we're going to do is we're going to record OBS, which should be right here. And we're going to get into this. This starts with track 1, entitled Breaking the Mirror. And as I said, by the looks of it, this was... Originally, it was a 3-track EP, but it looks like this EP is like a remaster / remake with extra tracks. That's a really weird way to structure a release. Why would you do that? Like, all right, let's go. Sick visualizer, by the way. I want to know who did that. Let's go. Okay, what? Jesus, those drums! What the fuck? Jesus! These vocals! Wow. I'm gonna pause for a second. So, this is crazy already. These drums are going boo, 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 boo. The guitar work is interesting because... Let me rewind this back. This is going to blindside me, but... I also like that. That's really cool, but... The bass is MIDI, and it sounds like the guitars are too, but those drums sound so real. What's up with that? Like... How do you manage, like, recording that? How do you do that? Okay, and I also like that breathing, that like at the beginning, and then that just that was so good. These drums are insane. These, yeah. Taking all of your mistakes, now I want to find more. Taking all of your mistakes, fully got to one side. Making your erase, and now I don't place of my design. Yo, that switch up with the drums. I am so focused on this instrumental right now, I'm not even taking a second to think about the vocals. This is wild. Huh. The vocals are interesting. That switch up into this rhythm is really cool. Woo! Damn! Oh! What the fuck? Woo! Damn! What are we doing here? What? What is that? No, this is crazy. What? Solo? Oh, dude. Dude. Oh my god, this is insane. Yawn. Sorry, Shining Angels. Oh, wow. That's insanity. This song is insane. Instrumentals, they're so techy for being MIDI. It sounds like those guitars are doing bends. Those drums sound so natural and fluid. I mean, the bass isn't doing much, but it's still there. The bass is at least there. Like, that's even more impressive than it not being there. In literally everything else I've listened to. Wow. The vocals are particularly interesting because, again, it seems like this is like a newer original music project from somebody, Shining. And it seems like they haven't quite grasped how to properly compress and tighten vocals as well as even other indie projects. But I really like the vocal effect that's being used on the vocals here. Like this kind of fuzz. Like it's almost a megaphone, but it's not quite there. It's really interesting. It's a really interesting way to make the vocals stand out while not making them too overbearing. Because I feel like that would be easy with a filter like that, with like an effect like that. I don't know. Let's keep going. This is crazy. This instrumental is the thing that I'm most impressed by. Whoever did this, you're fucking awesome. I love that. Lipton, please sponsor. No. Dude. Back to this, okay. Yo! Are we gonna get another solo like we did before? That'd be cool. Clean vocals? What? That rhythm. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know the solo. Okay. That chorus was interesting, by the way. Ooh, that's sexy. Harms. Jesus. What are we doing? What are we gonna do here? What? What are we doing? Whoa. Whoa. Yo. This synth work, I think? Or guitar? Like, ambient guitars. Ooh, that's a dark twist. That's a dark twist! What are we doing? Come on! Yo! Okay, damn. Ooh, getting that instrumental full force now. Oh! Whoa! That re! Yo, that's impressive. This is really cool so far. Okay. Ending it with a bridge too, and there's no chorus in this either. Oh, are we going straight into the next one? We are. Okay. That's interesting too. Wow. That was so wild. Lyrically, it's like typical metalcore stuff, like make you fucking scream. Like now you see what's become of me. Now that you have, I'll make you fucking scream. That's like very stereotypical metalcore stuff. Like it's probably like talking about a past friendship that broke off, wanting to get back. Like that's like vengeance, typical metalcore stuff. But instrumentally, that's what impresses me the most here. Instrumentally, this is so wild. Like there's so many twists and turns. Everything feels so organic, even though I'm pretty sure this is all MIDI. Maybe not the drums. Maybe the drums are real, just kind of plugged in. I'm interested to know how this was recorded, like in terms of that. So, it's interesting how there's no chorus. The part with the clean vocals was labeled as the hook, but it's a bit late for a hook, like 3 minutes in. So, okay. Next one is called Flawed Insight. Okay. This one's a little bit longer at, I think it's 5 minutes 42. Yeah, this is a long EP. We're going to be here for a while, I think. This is so interesting. Bass. Whoa.
The dark, the break.
Piano? Is that a piano now? That's crazy.
I know what it is.
These vocals aren't tuned. That's interesting. There's no, like, pitch correction or tuning on the vocals. That might be a detractor for me.
To break you down. The validation you're seeking.
Whoa!
Working now.
Burst of energy.
Just let me know. With the passion of all that you see, breaking chains, but you can't ultimately free. Violence corrections, they will tie you down. Your thoughts are your desires that are nothing to break you out.
Dude, that's just silly. It starts with this like this pretty little piano. Also, the drums, again, they're crazy. That snare is like a trash can. It's like boom, 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 bah. That's silly. They're using that vocal filter again on the screams, but not the clean vocals. I noticed that in the last track, the clean vocals didn't have that filter. I wonder if that's going to be like continuous throughout the record. That's interesting. It's a choice. Also, the guitar work is really low. And again, it feels so organic even though it's MIDI.
The doubt, your mind inflicts on your shattered soul.
That was cool.
You know what I have become through your demise.
I'm dying! You was a parasite!
Ooh.
Your mind blinded by ideas, falsely justified! You were supposed to be my family, but everything you've done has been the opposite! I hope you're happy now! Dying! You was a
I really like those. Like those vocals. I think they're really well articulated. The rhythm of this section, hold on, we gotta take this back. The rhythm of the vocals on this section is actually crazy.
Demise.
I'm dying!
Pause.
You was a parasite!
Pause.
Your mind blinded by ideas,
Pause.
falsely justified! You were supposed to be my
And then
family,
no
but
pauses
everything
here
you've done
except
has
for
been the opposite.
pause.
I hope you're happy now!
There's a distinct, like, groovy push and pull back added onto that. That's really cool. It's like kind of rowing a boat, like boo-da, 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 boo-da. Like, I like that. That was cool. Also, this second bit, this right here, that's not on the Genius page, which is weird. Whoa! It's like a gallop. Ooh.
You see
Ooh.
what it is you have done.
I really like that. Like that kind of vocal run up there.
You left me in the dark with no one to save me from myself. And now you know why I've become who I am.
What about unconditional love, huh? Who was that? Who was the family? What do you even care about anymore?
What is going on?
Centerpiece of garbage you have to be to leave your own child out on the streets with nothing, with absolutely no care, with absolutely no love. You left me to die, and now I'll do the same thing to you.
What the fuck just happened there? What the fuck just happened? Instrumentally and vocally. Let's... What is this?
I've become who I
Lyrically,
am.
this is interesting, by the way.
What about unconditional love, huh? Who was that? Who was the family?
Solo happening
What do you
here?
even care about anymore?
The harmonies?
What kind of a self-centered piece
Drums?
of garbage you have to be to leave your own child out on the streets with nothing, with absolutely no care, with absolutely no love. You left me to die.
Those instrumentals are so fucking crazy. The lyrics, or not exactly lyrics, but the spoken word section, this is brutal. Like, this is talking about, like, by the looks of it, like a parent leaving their own child, like, because of maybe a mistake that they made. That's tough. I'm really sorry to anyone who has to go through that kind of shit. That's... wow. Like, that, the delivery on those vocals, it has such hatred. That's crazy.
And now I'll do the same thing to you and the family you son.
Ooh. And I just noticed it has that filter on them, too. Ooh, that creates a sense of, like, the menacing aura, because that's been associated so far with, like, the harsh vocals and the screams. It creates that, like, that dissonance that, like, this is real. This is the thing you want to be afraid of when listening to it. That's cool.
Oh, cherish! As if that word means fucking anything.
Yo, that line.
I'm dying! You were the
Ooh, and now it's both the high and the low. That's cool. Back to this. gallop, 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 gallop. That's cool. This track is really interesting, like rhythmically. There's a lot of feel and tone switches. The leads here. Ooh, these leads. There's like a solo happening right here. Yeah, right here. Won't let you get the wish I won't let you when you were supposed to be my mother and now you've made me to sin. That's an interesting line too. So it's like someone's mother leaving them onto, like, without a home after a mistake that they've made. That's fucking rough. But this instrumental, what the fuck? And then it switches to this ear. That's cool. Ooh, that's like a... Wow. Yo, this scream is still going. What? How long was that? That's a crazy scream. Let's track this. One, two, three, four. Wait, I'll track it on screen here. So, starts at 1 or at 8:49. Also, this instrumental is still going crazy. That's a 15-second scream. That's crazy. That was like 15 or 16 seconds. That's crazy. Man, whoever the Shining Angels vocalist is, that's lung capacity right there. That's impressive. This instrumental, as I said, it's so interesting. It's like, it's filled with tone and feel shifts all over the place. Like every section just about is just another feel, another vibe switch, and it's really cool.
It always hurts. I'm always relentless.
What is this instrumental? It's like ambient breakcore bit right here. The vocals are like switching back and forth between like reversing the vocals and normalizing them. This is weird. This track is weird. This is like, whoever made this was made on crack. It was made on crack.
Please, I don't want this anymore. I don't want to feel this. You, the one who saw me dead. You are the one who saw me dead.
Whoa.
You are the one who saw me dead. You are the one who saw me. You are the one who saw me dead.
You're the one who saw me dead. You are the one. You're the one who saw me dead. You're the one who saw me dead. You are the one. You're the one who saw me dead.
Whoa!
You put the wrong one, you can't.
Whoa!
You put the wrong one, you don't try.
Those lows! Stop. How do you get that low? How do you do that? I can't even do that. I can't do that? That's crazy. That's so cool. Oh, we're just going into the next one. Okay, that's crazy. Like, each of these all fade into each other. That was... Oh, man. I don't even know what to think of that one. So it's like... Is this like a concept EP? Like, because the last one dealt with, like, some... Like, rejecting someone, wanting to lash out at them. This is kind of the same vibe, but now it gives, like, context as to who it is that we want to lash out at here. Interesting. Okay. Wild track that was just made on crack. That was insanity. All right, next we've got Uneasy Transitioning. This album art piece, like the way they're framing this in the video is actually really cool. We got a crazy riff going on here, so let's restart from the beginning so we can hear it better. Oh, that's not the tempo I thought it was gonna go. Ooh, that harmony. Arms. Ooh. Whoa. Yo, that's smart. I don't really know music theory that well, so I don't know like how I would place notes, but I like the way this is being approached. They're using that underlying guitar, like that bow, 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 no, no, bow, like as a basis for the vocals. That's cool. That's a neat idea.
Now break hormones. Feel free.
Nice upper octave layer. Give it more of like a percussive feel almost. Okay. Oh! Damn! That snare is silly. Ooh. Like an extended. Yo! Woo! These leads right here. Right here. Yo, that dissension is really cool. Well done. Okay. Ooh, we got synthes back here. Back to the vocals, by the way. Kind of continuing the theme with the lyrics. Okay. Whoa! All of this synth work is crazy right now.
Now that I've found you, I'll drag you down to hell. You're bound to feel the earth blind to all the pain.
Oh, hell no! Is that a key change? That sounds like a key change! What the fuck? What?
Now that I've
No
found
way!
you, I'll drag you down to hell. You're bound to feel the earth
Yo!
all the pain.
And it's so triumphant! Yo!
I have found you, I'll drag you down to hell. You're bound to feel the
Whoa! Elevating it even further. Yo, this is sick.
You thought you'd be rid of me so fast.
I know. What is next? Oh God.
Back to your past, looming above your waist of
Hit me with it. Beat. Give me the gross.
You should have thought about this one twice.
No, bro, I can't do that. That's Slaughter to Prevail with the resounding reverby crash. That's filthy. That's gross.
You should have thought about this one twice.
And with the re again. What? This is so pissed! What are these leads? Oh my god, this is insane. What are we doing? Whoa! It just slams you into the next one. That's crazy. That breakdown, that was so huge. And that, like, that section was also crazy. Wow. That was an interesting track. That was the shortest one on the album. At only, like, 3 minutes. 3 minutes 40, I think. Says something if that's your shortest track on the record. That's crazy. Wow. That was great. I think that was my favorite track so far. Like, Breaking the Mirror, that was like the thrashy, smashy kind of metalcore opener. Flawed Insight was just weird. Like, there's nothing to do there. But this was interesting. Like, it further solidifies, like, the lyrical themes. Like, the mother that abandoned the child. That's so rough. Wow. Okay. Next we got the title track. I'm really interested to see what this brings, because this is like a almost 6.5 minute track. That's crazy. Let's go. Let's rewind it back a bit. This is nuts. Yo. These drums are crazy. Whoa. Difference in the vocal volume there. Those harms. Whoa. The harsh vocals, they're not in that filter anymore. That's interesting. And there's this weird, like, whispery echo effect under the vocals. That's like the same vocals, it's just weird and creepy and whispery. Is that like a Mr. Brightside reference? I'm coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down. I wonder if you could, like, fit that into this, like, I don't know. I don't know, that was just what it reminded me. The snarl that's in those flaws and the laws levied all against me. Wow, already we are getting a crazy display of vocals. Like, throughout this EP, we've kind of gotten a lot of, like, harsh vocal stuff from the lead singer. We've got, like, the lower growls, the really low growls, the and also the like, we've gotten a ton of stuff, and now there's, like, this tough guy. Like, it's that kind of thing. This is so, like, for one person to be able to do all these vocals, it's pretty impressive, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, there's, like, this weird creepy whispering under the vocals. Huge chorus? Ooh, I love these leads. Wow.
You wanna try again, then I'll give you a taste. Your vision's running, reality on the face. You never wanted me as your friend.
Another
You wanted me as
in
your
the middle.
fucking servant. You never cared about me, my feet.
These spoken word sections come so abruptly. It's kind of like a jump scare. It's like, because they come where the instrumental's kind of going fucking crazy, like in Flawed Insight, and I guess the pre-breakdown to Uneasy Transitioning wasn't that chaotic. It was kind of necessary for that one, but these, like, vocal interludes, I guess you could call them, are very weirdly placed. That scream is gnarly. That's fucking gnarly. Before we go on, that's gnarly. This right here is like there's like 4 or 5 screams layered there. That's crazy.
You never wanted me as your friend. You wanted me as your fucking servant. You never cared about me, my feelings or my emotions, so inconsequential. When I cared about you every second of every day, you used me as a tool. You used me to get what you wanted. You forced me into this. I want out.
Wait. Hold on. This is weird. Lyrically. I thought we were talking about a mother abandoning her child. But now it's like, never wanted me as your friend. Is that like... What is this? Lyrically? Because that's weird. Huh. I don't know how to feel about that. Because, like, we built so much time on, like, the mother and child abandonment story allegory thing with the first 3 tracks of the album. Like, even with Uneasy Transitioning, I'm gonna open up that page again. Like, the beginning of that is also like, we've felt this cold, now break her molds, talking about the mother. But now we're on this, like, friends and colleagues route? What are we doing here? What is this? That's weird. I'm not sure I like that very much. Okay. We'll hear it out, but this is weird.
You never wanted me as your friend. You wanted me as your fucking servant. You never cared about me, my feelings or my emotions, so inconsequential. When I cared about you every second of every day, you used me as a tool. You used me to get what you wanted. You forced me into this. I want out.
That mic was peaking.
I want out.
Oh! Turning that into a breakdown is so smart. Yo! Awesome. That was well done, conceptually.
Taking me down, it's a blessing in disguise. What a bitch don't know. You wasn't just a smile, it was all just a ruse to keep me in your web, to continually use. You kept me insecure and you kept me wrong. You threw me to the walls, justified by law. But the treachery was what it came to be. So how fucking dare you see the villain?
Whoa. Things are kind of connecting now. Lyrically. It's so funny how I was complaining about that. I only had to go like 45 more seconds. So this is talking about like a bunch of people lying about like exposing somebody. And then the fallout from that exposing, it says what the treachery worse was what it came, the treachery worse was what it came to be. And it's like, does that mean the exposing by those people led the mother to make the decision she did? Like, that led to the point, like, in her head, like, maybe it did happen, and she kind of just gave up on her kid? Oh my god, that's fucked. Like, I'm sorry to laugh at that, but, oh man. That's really fucked. But, it's an interesting way to, like, make everything make sense in this final track, because it's like we don't know why the mother left or left their kid for whatever reason, but this is kind of putting it into perspective. It's like this person was exposed wrongfully, at least by this, but news about it got out. And it's like that turned into something way bigger than itself. And it led others to, like, take action without knowing the complete story and all the sides. That's... wow. I take that back. That's a really cool way to tell it. Because this whole time we built up this mother to be, like, the antagonist of the story. But no, it's these people who did the exposing. And, I mean, in a way, the mother character is like a victim in this too, in that regard. Like, maybe there's hope for reconnection between the child and the mother. But, wow.
The blessing in disguise would have been so now. You blessed chose to smile, it was all just a ruse.
I like this line, by the way.
To continue over you.
Your pleasantries, your smile, it was all just a ruse to keep me in your web to continually use. I like the way... I like that line. That's cool.
Kept me insecure and you kept me wrong. You threw me to the walls justified by law. But the treachery was what it came to be. So how fucking dare you say the villain was me? You see now what you can see. Because of that I'll finally be rid of you. It's gonna stop me now for all penalty.
Yo, this chorus is sick.
Finite
is your control, shattered on become whole. That's another good line. I like this fast bit. Another interlude.
You think you were hurt?
Ooh, these leads.
You were the ones who suffered when you used me. Also, that when you rose up for my help, for my success. You just came back to push me into the dirt. I was the one who committed the crimes. Everything is gonna be blamed on me. I'm the one who suffered you.
Jesus.
And you know what? I asked the question, what about you?
This is so interesting. So, at least what I'm getting from this may be right, this may be wrong. People... It seemed like these people, like, created, fabricated, like, lies or documents or whatever to expose someone or this person online, maybe? Or, like, maybe you didn't, like, send it out as physical, like, to their family and, like, to try and defame them when they were, like, at a rising stride in whatever career they were having? That's interesting. And then that caused the familial fallout. That's crazy. Wow. Wow.
It's gonna be blamed on me. I'm the one who suffered the fuss. And you know what? I asked the question, what about you? You were the one
What are we doing
who
here?
never trusted me, who never cared about me.
This is gonna be huge.
You shattered everything we had when I loved every single one of you. So I'll share my pain with you now as I sound the drums of war.
What? What are these tribal drums? What are we fucking doing?
You never forget
Oh, this better
me.
pop
You
the
turned me
fuck
into a
off.
monster for everyone to see, so I'll show you the monster right here and right now. Don't say I didn't fucking warn you. You ruined my life and you never even said goodbye. You never wanted me.
What?
You always wanted me.
Oh my god, what the fuck? Oh, full body chills. What the fuck was that? That call out, you ruined my life and you never even said goodbye. That's gotta be one of like the hardest breakdown call outs I think I've ever heard. That's crazy. And like rewinding. Wow.
My life and you never even said goodbye.
And then it doesn't let you sink into the rhythm of the breakdown. It's just right into these really just guttural. Oh wow, I can kind of do that. But like these really low vocals, and then it's like banshee highs intercutting between those. That's, oh my god, this is brutal. That's such a harsh breakdown too. And then fucking this. Those leads are, it feels like a horror movie. Like this section feels like it's straight out of like a musical. It feels like what a musical theater would be like if it were a horror movie. The ambience is so angry. What are we doing? Oh. Breathe. That's a long scream too. The depth of that. Oof. Is that the end? That is a crazy ending to the title track. Wow, that kind of cleared everything up for me. In terms of like the themes of the album, that was so well done. That really tied it all together for me. Yeah. And I love these like tribal drums. Ooh. What are we doing here?
You feel the urge, it can't get much worse. So why
We are suddenly very much louder.
don't you see what's coming for me? It's finally time to do or to die. This heart made of stone, we all die alone.
Whoa. Okay, so we just came off the heels of that was so fucking heavy. And now we get like a rock jazz, a metal jazz thing, like jazz but with crazy leads and an electric guitar. What are we doing here? This album is so weird, like genre wise. Like it's clearly supposed to be like experimental metal and metalcore, but this is wild. These leads are crazy. We all die alone. This is the last track too. So let's see what it's got.
You wanted to see the end of this fairy tales and not reality, but what put
Wow.
full scale.
What the fuck were those vocals right there? Again, vocals are not tuned. That part specifically, you can hear it.
You wanted me to dance, and why you look so surprised? Why is it so hard to push on this far? To work through the pain, to lose from the gain. You work till you break, and victories are made. You fashion escape, but it's too much to take. You sob and you cry, you just
These
want
drums
to
are
fly,
crazy.
to soar to the edge, with no scars to mend. It looks so easy, what's pain just to see? What would it be like to finally be free?
Ooh, that's fun.
Finally be
That's not fun.
free.
Those vocals, that's weird.
No, I can't go on with my
Whoa!
life. I wanna be like that. The barriers that shut me
Back with the filter.
Never wanted it to end this way. I just wanted to live. If you keep the cycle going, then you just forget. Please let me
Oh!
go. Please let me
Ooh, the glitches with that guitar work.
Please let me go. Please let me.
There's like a bam, 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 bam. That's cool. That scream.
You're back at the start. What have you?
That's, and then we go back to that. That's so weird. What is this? What is this track?
You become, relinquish your heart. What else can be done? So tie back your chains and settle your mind. Destroy what remains.
Ooh, literal R that remains.
How can you just let be? You fool, you can't you see? How many times I've tried and failed to see what lies ahead at the edge? It's nothing but a ledge. Why not be like me? Jump off and be free.
Interesting. Might have an idea of what this track is lyrically.
Jump off and be free.
Okay. Now it's like the lower.
The barriers that shut me down, I want them to fall.
Whoa.
That's why I just wanna do it. How can you just want to know what can you just forget? Please let me go. Just let this go. Please let
Oh, we just keep going. Okay. These vocals are vicious, dude.
I want to be alone. Just let me survive.
You really don't know what it's been to be strapped inside a shell for so fucking many years. I don't
Ooh.
wanna go to hell. Please bring me free.
That vocal melody, but with the aggression.
Don't let me die alone. Please just hear my cries.
I got it. This track is so weird. We are bipolar with how this album is going. Like, it can switch between this like very vibey, very almost like jazz metal kind of electro swing, almost like electro swing mixed with metal, and this, and then just like this is so weird. But lyrically, this is also interesting because like the verses are kind of like, because it seems like we ended this EP thematically with the last track, with those lyrics like, I wanted you with me forever, I wanted all of you to stay, like I don't know where to go from here, so what do I do, you wanted me dead, with that ending section. And now we're at this kind of like apathetic low point where it's like there's half of you that's in those verses. It's kind of saying like, jump off the bridge, be like me, join me in this. There's nothing but the ledge. How can you let be? You can't. Settle your mind, relinquish your heart. It's like a personification of like anxiety or depression, like goading you into taking your own life. And then these choruses are like that cry of outrage, like, no, I don't want to do this. I want to leave this like isolation that I'm dealing with. This is really cool stuff. And it's really nice the way that the instrumental brings such an impact to that dichotomy. I think I'll listen to the last bit of this and then we'll be done. And then I'll get my like full album thoughts.
I don't want to die alone. But I don't want to keep coming back here just to ask and plead
That
for forgiveness, so I won't do it anymore. I know your hearts, and I know you won't forgive. I don't want you back, so don't even bother.
That "so don't even bother" was venomous.
We'll die alone in here. 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 We'll die.
There's so many vocals going on.
We'll die alone in here. 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 We'll die alone in here.
Hold on.
We'll die alone in here. We'll die alone in here.
It just keeps repeating.
We'll die alone in here. We'll die alone.
I love that, but I hate that. Conceptually, I love that. In terms of vibes, I hate that. That's so uncomfortable. This bit's like just slightly off tempo too. That may just be a mixing error, but that kind of works for me.
We'll die alone in here. We'll die alone in here. We'll die alone in here. We'll die alone
Just the
in
vocals.
here. We'll die alone in here. We'll die alone in here.
Yeah, there's like a three-part harmony here.
We'll die alone in here. We'll die alone in here. We'll die alone in here. We'll die alone in here. We'll die alone in here. We'll die alone in here. We'll die alone in here. We'll die alone in here. We'll die alone in here. We'll die alone in here.
Is that how it ends? Yo! That's crazy. That ending is so interesting. It's like it almost purposefully leaves you wanting more. And I mean, it definitely helps that The Shining Angels has multiple albums on their Genius page. Otherwise, I would kind of be angry because it's like, it looks like there's a lot more coming. There definitely is, because I am The Shining Angels. This has been an April Fool's video. The one that's going to be posted here on Winter Does Stuff. This is my EP. It literally just came out today. I hope that you all go stream it yourself. It's going to be available on like Bandcamp and all that. I'll have those links in the description. I'll put it on digital stores soon. Yeah, this is my EP. It's called The Broken Visage. Instrumentals were done by my buddy Black Ryuk. I kind of want to go through it, kind of like cross-promote it, because I really want to do it, kind of dive into the lyrics. And yes, those are all like the interpretations that I guessed were what this EP is about. I kind of wanted to just showcase it, say what it's about to everybody. So, yeah. I've been Winter and we've reacted to The Shining Angels Broken Visage Patchwork Edition. The remake slash remaster slash add-on to the October 2023 or a 24 package Broken Visage. That's gonna be about it from me. Peace, everybody. In due time.